Good morning, everybody. This is have a go 2 of this video. Totally a Simpson moment, but never mind. I'm doing it again. And I still forgot to bring the microphone outside with me. Everybody else is asleep inside. Good morning to you all. Things are growing. They've recovered from our winds that we had and is looking good. The birds this morning were collecting dog hair out of the tub there that I've been using to protect my loofah. Not been very successful because the slugs have still been having a go at the loofah. Yeah, there we are. Just a quick look around. I wanted to talk specifically about yesterday evening, Tuesday evening. I went out to a Cardiff transition meeting, which was absolutely wonderful. It was a Cardiff transition meeting at number 1 Fox Lane. If you get a chance, check it out. It is absolutely amazing. 1 Fox Lane is a building that was bought, is owned and let me start again. It's a building that is owned by 2 ladies who run it and wanted to start a shared workspace project where people could rent office space or workspace of some kind for small ventures who can't afford the big, like the huge crippling prices and situations and contracts of the bigger property places and all the killing rates that people have to pay. And it is an amazing location as well. It's actually quite cute because it is literally in Fox Lane in Cardiff, and you have to get through gates to get into the lane, and it's really a lovely building. It used to be an old, looks like it was used at some point as old stables very, very long time ago, or an industrial building, but they retrofitted and modernized the insulation. Well, there was no insulation at all in the building, and put insulation in and made it into a lovely workable space. So they have offices, people can rent office space. They have 2 offices. They have a small hall that is used for yoga lessons and those sorts of things, and also where we actually had our meeting last night. There is a guy doing ceramics who has a kiln in the yard. There is a builders who help renovate the building. They have a section there as well. The garden itself is full of containers that are either made or recycled or upcycled, but nothing was bought in. But it's absolutely lovely. It really is a great space. And the downstairs, they're looking apparently to develop it into either a community kitchen or freezer space or something. They don't know. The plans are still on the go for that. But check them out. They have a Facebook page. It's called 1 Fox Lane. It is very interesting. Lovely host. It was the speakers there. They hosted the evening. It was Cardiff Transition. Actual that is their also the name on their Facebook page, Cardiff Transition, and those who run it were there as well. Some of them. And we had 3 speakers, and I was so amazed. Remember on Monday I mentioned how hang on, that drain is a bit whiffy. On Monday I mentioned how there weren't any zero waste shops in Cardiff. Well, as what turned out, that the very next day that I posted that video, there was a couple sitting right next to me, and they have just opened the first zero waste shop in Wales, and I just jumped for joy. It is in Crickhowell, so not in our locality. However, they did promise me that it looks like we're looking to get one in Cardiff very soon. So we will soon have a zero waste shop in Cardiff. Isn't that great? That is fantastic. I was so excited. I thought, yes, finally. And So it was interesting. They explained to us how they got started, why they do what they do, and they both work in the environment. One's a marine biologist, so they understand perfectly the need for this kind of shop. So yeah, I was so excited. There was another couple as well who started a venture of, I think it's pop-up shops in different locations, where they have volunteers who turn up to help repair any goods that people do not want to throw away, any electrical things of all sorts, from hair dryers to mowers to anything, computers to sewing machines, anything. And they have people who volunteer to come and who have skills that will help repair things instead of things going to landfill. So that was also very interesting, and that has snowballed and been very successful. So it proves that there are lots of people who are trying not to be wasteful, who are trying to do the make, do, and mend thing, who are trying to, you know, find alternatives to the way things have become. So that was promising too. We had another speaker, it was a lady from Tidy Adamsdown. And she started a community litter pick in her area in Adamsdown. And that has snowballed, and it has, when she didn't expect it to, people are helping. There are people in the community who are turning up every third Thursday of the month to help tidy and litter pick in Adamsdown, and it's been very good. It's making a good community spirit. So that was interesting and very promising of community things going on as well. And yeah, so that was promising. There was also not one of the those are the three speakers, but also other people there. The two ladies from the Green Cities venture who run the Green Squirrel workshops in Cardiff of all sorts. I went to one of their workshops last year with a mushroom workshop, which was really lovely, and they host these workshops run by different people. And they have some this year. Check out their Facebook page as well. They have natural soap making. They have a bee-friendly supper they're hosting somewhere. What else was there? I can't remember. There's a few other things on the list of their events. So have a look at their Facebook page. It's really interesting. Even if you don't live in this locality, give ideas of things to look for in wherever you are, and see if there are any ventures like that going on in your area. And if not, are you the person to start one up? You know, you never know. So have a look at these things. It was so exciting to find out that there is this transition movement going on, and that there are so many people who are like-minded. It's promising. It really is. And we don't have to wait for politicians to make the move, or organizations, corporate or not, for retailers and suppliers and manufacturers. We don't have to wait for them to change things, because they are not going to automatically, because things have to do with money, making it and looking like they're doing good. But as individuals, we can make a humongous difference. We can do things without waiting for them. We can just get stuck in. Of course, there are things that have to change in the top levels. Of course, there are rules that have to be changed. There are laws and bylaws and things that have to be changed. The policies. There have to be attitudes changing in the top levels. But while we're trying to get that to happen, we can get stuck in at the same time. So, and get the momentum going. You know, if everybody starts doing it, the policymakers will have to catch up. You know? So, in the meantime, we're all making a difference in our own small ways. That was very promising. There were lots of other people there as well, who just interested in the transition movement and the sustainability of our city. I came home feeling very positive, uplifted, and full of promise. So yeah, things are looking up. Don't lose heart. If you're living in an area that's obviously not our area, then check out, just scroll, check Facebook, check internet for local transition movements, local forums, things like that. I think you'll be surprised that there will be people who are on the same journey. We're not alone. There you are. Also, oh, there's one thing I wanted to mention. A special thank you to Chris. You know who you are, Chris. You've been very supportive and helpful, and I really appreciate the communication. So if any of the viewers of this channel are not comfortable with making comments on the bottom of the video, do feel free to get in touch with me either via Facebook or email or whatever. I really don't mind, but I am grateful for the support and for the encouragement, and knowing that there are other like-minded people out there. So yeah, it's not a bad day. It's not wet well, the ground is wet obviously from being overnight, but it's not raining right now. The sky is a little bit hazy, and we might very well get a nice good day. I think that is about it. I have decided that I wanted to do at least the 3 videos a week, but I'm going to stick with one scheduled one on a Monday, and anything else that I manage to do will be a bonus that I'll be very grateful to be able to just post. I would love to do scheduled ones, but I cannot make that kind of promise with the kind of life that I have and the things that I have to do every day. I would ideally love to do one every day, but that's not quite practical for me. However, we will see how we go. I have been fortunate enough to be able to post one on Monday. I'll do one today, and I have another one that I made, a random one, while I was out on Sunday afternoon at the seaside. I'll post that as well. So 3 videos in 1 week is already a bonus. So I will just see how I go. If I get a spare moment somewhere, I will do one. If I have a thought and a spare moment, I will share it. Hopefully we'll make even more people like us who are concerned and want a positive solution, not a doom and gloom scenario. Yes, things are not good, but we're trying to do something about it in our very small and individual ways, and that is what is important. So to you all, I hope you have a lovely, positive, effective day today. Take care. Bye.